So I get a lot of calls from people who say some variation of something like this. A few years ago, I had an awakening. I saw that I wasn't my thoughts. I saw that everything was one and I was walking round in peaceful bliss for months. And then at some point, it seemed to disappear. And now I feel anxious and fearful and confused a lot of the time. And the thoughts are whirling around in my head more than ever. I don't know what the hell happened. And so let's answer the question, what the hell happened? Now, this can be for a variety of reasons, but this is the most likely. It's likely that a new situation or set of events came along that triggered old, stuck emotions, fears, or traumas left dormant in the body. And the thoughts are on behalf of that newly present emotional energy, which was always there, but subconscious, laying dormant in the body-mind system. And then it's usually something like a new career path, entrepreneurial endeavor, or a relationship that triggers it. Perhaps it goes something like this. You read The Power of Now, or you watch a load of Rupert Spira videos, or Tony Parsons, or Jim Newman videos, and that heavy identification to the sense of self in your mind falls away. And so you feel no longer burdened by the heavy mind identity, and you're just being with what is, and you feel such a sense of relief, and you're walking around in a feeling of spaciousness and freedom, and you're feeling bliss. And then, perhaps you feel so free and inspired, you decide to start a new business or a new side hustle. And now you have to do sales conversations and make business moves that require you to have strong boundaries and be authentic and honest and not people-pleasing. But as a kid, you were taught to take responsibility for other people's emotions. Perhaps your caregivers, although doing the best they could with the tools they had at the time, they had a strategy of kind of shutting you down every time you spoke up or tried to stand your ground because you were exposing pain within them that was too much for them to handle. Perhaps their strategy was to try and make you feel guilty when you spoke your truth in an attempt to protect themselves from that truth. You were taught to take responsibility for their feelings. And back then, the prospect of upsetting your caregivers by being honest about your thoughts and feelings to your child mind meant the prospect of losing love. And the prospect of losing love to your primal brain means the prospect of being abandoned, which could mean rejection from the tribe, which could mean death. It's about survival. So your brain is trying to protect you. It made an emotional association between being honest, speaking up and not people-pleasing, and losing love or being abandoned. And it installed a load of fear there. It made an emotional association deep within the limbic system so you don't have to think about it or remember it. When presented with a situation that triggers it, it sets off the alarm bell and it's screaming, "Don't do that!" It's trying to protect you. And at one point, perhaps it served you, or at least it was the best strategy in the box at the time, but now it doesn't serve you anymore. Now you're on sales calls and you're anxious and people-pleasing and losing customers because they can sense you feel fearful and you're not completely honest and authentic. Now you're trying to make big business moves and you feel terrified and you're thinking, what the hell? I thought I had an awakening. Where is all this pain and terror coming from? You were cruising along in comfort, feeling like you'll be in bliss forever, when you had dormant fears and traumas stuck in the body that weren't brought to the light of awareness until a situation came along that triggered them. It could be career or a health scare. It could be a troubled relationship or a relationship breakdown that triggers the hell out of all of your old abandonment wounds. And the fearful thoughts ramp up on behalf of and in tandem with the fear response, the triggered nervous system response in the body. So, you must see this as a gift. This is the universe, which is really just the more expansive you. This is the universe showing you where you're still not free. This is life showing you where there is still a scared character in your body trying to protect itself and trying to keep itself safe. And you are this aware spaciousness that this character, made out of thoughts and feelings, plays out within. And it has to feel safe enough to come out and be seen and be allowed to dissolve within you as you stay the loving light of awareness and allow and embrace it in the loving light of awareness. You must get underneath the narrative that's on behalf of the old fear, the old character, and feel the raw emotions, the raw physical sensations, and watch each layer gradually dissolve in this being space as you peel back the layers one by one over time. Because this is a new paradigm now, right? Previously, to that scared character, safety was on the outside. Safety was being comfortable, taking responsibility for other people's emotions, making others feel comfortable and people-pleasing. Now you realize you are safety. You are this ever-present awareness as which experience appears. You are this being space in which the doer plays out. And what experience, what thought or feeling has ever touched or harmed this awareness that you are? Considering nothing can be experienced outside of awareness, outside of what you are, what situation or challenge has ever been bigger than what you essentially are? It means walking towards the situations that trigger it. It means walking into the fire and feeling what it brings up in the light of your new understanding. You are safety. And the more you rest in the knowledge of that, not conceptually, but experientially, the more the old energies and character patterns feel safe to be exposed within you so they can dissolve. And then the peaceful blue sky that you saw so clearly before, that got covered up by the storm clouds and had you feeling like you lost your awakening, is gradually revealed as the clouds start to clear and you start to see it clearly once again. Some people have a lot of layers to peel back, and it may take some time, but don't fear. Every time you expose these old energies and embrace them in consciousness, you're transmuting them into true power, so you can show up in the world in service with a deepening power within you. So that concludes the video. I hope this video helped. By the way, enrollment is now open for the Awaken Aware program, which is a one-to-one program with me to help you dissolve old anxieties and negative patterns. A few slots have opened up for the free one-to-one with me or one of my team to see if it would be a good fit for you. Head over to speaktoalex.com if you're interested in integrating awakening, deepening peace and inner freedom. Head over there where there'll be a quick quiz to fill in. Peace and blessings to you. Love you all. Peace.